nightmare.
Well, if Paul calls me, tell him I'm working at the boutique late tonight.
Linda, first of all, I'm not your answering service. Second of all, somebody named Greg or Craig called you just a little while ago.
Well, which one was it, Greg or Craig?
I don't know. I can't keep up with all of your boyfriends.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Breakfast.
Would you sleep in your clothes again last night?
Yeah, yeah, what are you wearing, Dave?
Marty, I always wear a suit to the office. You all right?
Yeah.
I think we need a rematch, George.
Oh, a rematch? Why? Were you cheating?
No.
Hello.
Good morning.
Mom, Dad,
Marty,
did you hit your head?
right?
You guys look great. Mom, you look so thin.
Why, thank you, Marty. George. Good morning, sleepyhead. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Mom.
Elena.
Oh, Marty, I almost forgot Jennifer Parker called.
Oh, I sure like her, Marty. She is such a sweet girl. Isn't tonight the night of the big date?
What? What, Ma?
Well, aren't you going up to the lake tonight? You've been planning it for 2 weeks.
Well, Mom, we talked about this, but how can I go to the lake? The car's wrecked.
Wrecked?
Wrecked? When the hell did this happen? And why am I
Quiet down. I'm
told?
sure the car's fine.
Why am I always the last one to know about these things?
See, there's Biff out there waxing it right now. Now, Biff, I want to make sure that we get 2 coats of wax this time, not just 1.
Just finishing up the second coat now.
Now, Biff, don't con me.
I'm sorry, Mr. McFly. I meant I was just starting on the second coat.
Yeah, Biff, what a character. Always trying to get away with something. Been on top of Biff ever since high school. Although, if it wasn't for him.
We never would have fallen in love.
That's right.
Mr. McFly! Mr. McFly, this just arrived. Oh, hi, Marty. I think it's your new book.
Oh, honey, your first novel.
Like I've always told you, you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
Been watching Back to the Future for 30 days, and I am gonna watch it again tomorrow too. I feel like I started watching on a night like this, and I cannot remember watching anything else. What'll I do, baby, when I'm done? What'll I do, baby, that's as much fun? And there ain't no other movie I love quite as much. What'll I do, baby, when I'm done? Sha-la-la-la.
1, 2, 3.
Marchy McFly, Marchy McFly. Marchy McFly is Marchy McFly. Marchy McFly is Marchy McFly. Every day in March I'll be doing the same thing, watching my favorite movie. Back to the Future once a day all month long, 31 straight days for me. Great Scott, this is heavy. It's called Day 30, March 31st, 2021. For the 30th day in a row, I watched Back to the Future. And for the 30th day in a row, here I am from the Garden of Hope and Courage in Naples, Florida, bringing to you Geek Mentality's MARCHY, McFLY. I'm here much earlier today, and there's a reason for that. Apparently, Mr. Security Guard at the hospital is sticking to the 2-guest rule only. And me being a gentleman, I wasn't going to step on the toes of A, my father-in-law's daughter, aka my wife, and B, my father-in-law's wife, aka my mother-in-law. But I am in the Garden of Hope and Courage right now, which is this nice, real kind of zen gardening place outside the hospital. Hopefully, and it's got like a nice fountain. You can probably hear the fountain, big water right in the middle of the city. And it's like this little oasis this place has. And when I say zen garden, I don't want to keep walking and talking because there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's about 10, maybe 12. Oh, there's like 20 something people. They seem to be having some sort of yoga, zen stretching thing, or could it be Tai Chi? Old people do Tai Chi, right? I'm not going to interrupt them. It seems like a really nice, I can't tell if someone's leading the charge or if they're just all doing it together because they all seem to be facing the water. Now, if they weren't doing this exercise, I would assume that I've stumbled upon some sort of cult, and either they were heading back to the comet or, drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm going to go back the other way because it's less creepy and less people. It might be a little loud because, I got cars on one side and I got fountains to the right, but here I am stuck in the middle with you to talk about what else? Sort of Back to the Future. This has become like a Back to the Future tangentially focused podcast while going with the adventures of my life. It's okay, I think. I think today today's gonna be a good day. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't seen the old man yet, but we were running late because that's how this family goes. They run late, and he called this morning. I think he called my mother-in-law twice. Then he called me and said, "Hey, where are you?" I was like, "We're on our way. We're coming." So that made me feel good. His voice a little weak, but I think they're going to get him. Hopefully, they're going to get him up, get a shot in his knee so he can start moving his legs, and just listen. If you're listening to this right now, take a moment and look up into the sky and give me positive vibes, much like those weird old people doing Tai Chi. I'm going to sit on a bench right now, and that bench has bird shit on it. I'm going to sit on this bench and take a few minutes just to kind of podcast instead of walking around. Now, this water has a sign that says no fishing, please. If someone was fishing here, I don't know, that'd be just weird. The fact that they have to do that, I guess that's a Florida thing. No fishing here. It's really kind of a pretty place. There's all these big trees and a lot of tropical plant foliage. I don't know what the hell you call it. It is kind of a nice place to walk around and sit. And especially if you're visiting someone in the hospital, having to be in the hospital, this is a real peaceful spot. And the fact that it's in the middle of Florida means it can be like this all year round. So very nice, very nice. And of course, right next door is a place called Wynn's. It's a grocery store. I'm going to get a nice sandwich there later. We're going to take it to the beach. I thought maybe I'd record to you live from the beach, but for reasons, meaning that I was not allowed into the hospital today, not for anything, untoward. They weren't able to do a background check on me, so I'm safe there. But it allowed me time to talk to you guys now. So yeah, I watched Back to the Future again early this morning. I wake up like a little before 7. I watch it, because we're not doing early mornings here, so it allows me time to watch it. And there is one thing I want to talk about. And I have to say today, I noticed finally the pole that they use to harness the lightning, channel it into the flux capacitor. Of course, I noticed it staying. I looked for it this time. I think I was so focused on the car and the lightning streaks that I didn't really focus on the fact that that pole was always there. And I'm looking, going, oh yeah, it's always been there. It's on fire. There's a little fire on it. There's fire, of course, running across the wire that's strung across the street. It's not like it's a hidden secret. It's just, the dozens and dozens and dozens of times I've watched it, including the 30 times this month, I don't either I never looked for it, I never thought about it. So when Jay brought it up, or anonymous caller brought it up, I was like, wait, the pole's there? Like, just a thought that never occurred to me. So that was cool to finally look for it. Be like, this time I'm going to look for it. And, I just wish I had more time to do everything I wanted to do. But, as they say, time waits for no man. Didn't somebody say that? I have no idea. But you do what you can the best you can. And did I think that I would be doing a Day 30 podcast from the Garden of Hope and Courage in Florida, 1,500 miles away from my house? Yes, I did. I this was part of the plan. But did I think I'd be doing it in shorts? No, I did not. So it's been a wild ride, but I couldn't be happier to be here for my wife and her family. The reasons we're here, not great, but being here, I'm very glad we made that decision. And we're going to get together with uncles tonight, and I hope they've all been at least vaccinated once, because I'm a little freaked out. I'm very freaked out from that. Just kind of fingers crossed and hoping I don't F things up. My wife's getting her second vaccine on Saturday. My sister-in-law's getting her second vaccine on Thursday. They're going back tomorrow. It's been a wild ride. Oh, Back to the Future. Right. There were so many things that I wanted to do. Like, I think I talked about, I wanted to do Go, Marty, Go, Go, and write a whole song about that. I had this other idea where I wanted to edit a short version of the movie and put it on YouTube and call it the shortest, and maybe I'll still do this, the shortest Back to the Future, like the original cut of Back to the Future. And it's in the mall parking lot, and the Libyan terrorist takes out the rocket launcher, and Marty goes, let's see if you bastards can do, and then I cut it to show like a rocket launcher shooting, and boom, the DeLorean exploding, and then it cuts straight to the credits with the Huey Lewis song playing. I still think I should do that, even though I'm giving it away to you. I don't care. You're my loyal listener. You get that idea for free. So I still might do that for fun. Even though the month is over, Back to the Future lives on forever, so I still want to take a couple of the songs I did and make videos of them to put on YouTube, just lyric videos. I did that for Sweet Lorraine. So I might still do it for Lightning Crashes, and Back in Time, right? Yeah. Instead of Time After Time, went back in time. Maybe that's what I called it. I'm putting my mask on real quick just because other humans are walking by, and that's the way I am. I went to the grocery store this morning to get a couple things, so my mother-in-law could make French toast. The least I could do is get the milk. And there was this old woman there who already looked like sickly, like she looked like she could have given Snow White the apple, if you know what I mean. And then I see her with her mask hanging from her ear, talking on her phone. And I took my carriage and I rammed her. I full on rammed. Okay, I didn't do that, but in my mind, I wanted to ram her, but I didn't want to get that close. And then I'm like, oh, let me go this way because that's the way I am. And there's a woman stuck in the shelves. She's got her mask down by her chins. And I got pissed off there. I was just like, so I'm starting saying all these, like terribly Southern, like real hillbillies, this son of a bitch, dirty insults that are just getting me angry. But I grabbed a new hand sanitizer, and I got the F out of there with my faculties and wits about me. What else? Oh, there is one thing I wanted to talk about, and it's Doc Brown. You know, I talked about how they edited a few things out of Doc's Christopher Lloyd's performance out of the script that just didn't fit to me with what were presented with Doc, the wholesome Doc we know. The Playboy, the part where Marty's like, I in that deleted scene, he says, I can't believe I'm going to hit on my mom. He's like, nobody says you have to hit her. You just got to take some faculties or mess around with it. He said something, and he gave a little wink again. And then when Marty goes, do you think it's going to work? And Doc's like, beats the shit out of me. Like, those are things that just didn't fit with the Doc I knew. But the one quote that does fit with the Doc, that kind of fits with those other quotes, and it doesn't quite fit with the rest of the Doc we know, is one of the most famous lines in the movie. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit. Like, if Doc added that beats the shit out of me later, and the other line, they sort of been like, it would have been a little, not creepier, but just a little more aloof, I don't know, or a little more like your wild uncle, I guess, Uncle Doc Brown. But that scene, because even that beats the, you're going to see some serious shit, is very unlike a lot of the other things you see with Doc for the rest of the movie. It's a lot more sincere the rest of the way. So that, I just wanted to talk about that for sure. Oh, and of course, the beginning of this episode does start with a little something that I planned on doing. So, I think I could have done a better job with the sound, but this was all done on Saturday night before I was leaving town. I took care of all this stuff. So I definitely wanted to do that because I thought that would be a fun little thing. Stuck it at the beginning because I don't know where else to edit that into this episode. And I know this is a shorty. This is the shortest one, but tomorrow I guarantee will be a little longer because I don't know if I didn't talk about this until August 31st, but on the 31st of Marchy McFly, I present to you, much like the story that I would tell my niece and nephew at bedtime. This is not the story of the time-traveling boy. This is the story of Back to the Future. What I want to do is, after 31 days of watching this movie, I want to sit down with my phone and present to you a scene-by-scene retelling of Back to the Future, all from memory, no notes. Today, I think I memorized all of Lorraine's brothers and sisters' names. There's 5 of them together. So I got that in. George McFly, I don't think he has any siblings that we know about. So tomorrow, March 31st, it could be late in the day for all I know, but the final day of Marchy McFly presents to you the story of Back to the Future. And I think it'll be fun. I think I know it by heart now. I think I knew it by heart before, but now I really, I think I can put everything in order. Like, I could write down a dramatic retelling, I'm pretty sure. So now I'm going to do it without notes, without scripts, without any help, just me. I don't think I'll be at the Garden of Hope and Courage. Maybe I'll be on the beach. Maybe I'll be walking around the neighborhood of my mother-in-law. But tomorrow's my last full day in Florida. We fly out Thursday night. And then tomorrow, of course, is the last day of Marchy McFly. But we're not there yet. We still have one more viewing and one more podcast. But we're almost there. I'm going to go see if that Tai Chi class... Oh, no, they're still going. I don't want to go around those people. I'm going to go back the other way. Guys, I want to thank you so much for putting up with these last few days where Back to the Future has been sort of the plan B or the B story of this podcast. But still doing it. Like I said, it's given me just a little peace of mind to kind of focus on this once a little bit every day. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me. And if you're on Twitter, you can find me at Geek Mentality. If you're on Instagram, you can find me there at Geek Mentality too. Now, again, I don't do much there, but I'm there. And of course, on Facebook, if you want to, the website is fansnotexperts.com, and the Facebook page is Fans Not Experts. So if you want to find us on Facebook and throw us a like, we don't really bother you there. There's not a lot of stuff there. Every so often, I usually post these daily shows, like the Joggers, the Movie Month, Marchy McFly, and sometimes I try to remember to post the Metallicast live shows, but my cousin has his own feed and his own Facebook page, but that is also found at fansnotexperts.com. We have a plethora of pinatas at fansnotexperts.com. So that's it. I'm done. We did it. 30 days. I can't believe it. I can't believe where I'm doing it. I can't believe how I'm doing it. I can't believe I'm still doing it. But I'm doing it. You know? Marchy McFly waits for no man. And with that, my friends, I bid you adieu. Until tomorrow, until the story of Back to the Future, until the final day of Marchy McFly, here is my theme song. This is my podcast, I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe, 'cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time, and I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans Not Experts. What are you looking at, butthead?